Joining on the broadcast to discuss this in greater detail, we have with us Colonel J.S. Sodhi, Foreign Affairs expert. Major Mohammed Ali Shah is also with us. He's a defense expert and also an Impa media panelist. Also with us on the broadcast, Major General Sudhakarji, a defense expert. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. We are, of course, talking about what is unraveling in Pakistan right now. So, Major Mohammed Ali Shah, do you agree? Do you think this is the best democratic way forward, or should there have been a trust vote? Is that more democratic? Quick thoughts on that, and then we discuss this in greater detail.
Well, both can be seen with a perception, and both would not be wrong either, because yes, of course, in a democracy, as General rightly said, it's for the people, by the people, to the people. And here, but Imran Khan has worked it out very, very smartly. He had tied up with the President Arif Alvi earlier that, okay, when this would happen, that's why we were seeing him totally unshaken, unperturbed. Which means now, yes, he would be the caretaker. His tenure as the Prime Minister earlier is over. He dissolved the Assembly, the 342 seats. He went and suspended the no trust motion, the voting over there, and now for the next 3 months, 90 days, he would be in power as the caretaker Prime Minister unless and until the Supreme Court shoots it down. So yes, another way would be this. But one thing I have to tell you, I feel that Imran Khan has fought against odds with the Western powers, with the Pakistan military, which no one has today have the courage to do so. So this only gives the moral of the story is to achieve something in life, you have to be a bit shameless.
Okay, all right. So let's go into the background of what is happening actually. Now, we saw General Bajwa actually come out and speak against the war in Ukraine, against Russia in a way. So what it looked like to the public was that there is some sort of, they're not on the same team, so to speak, Imran and Bajwa. But then, now Imran Khan has managed to actually buy more time for himself. The trust vote has been suspended and elections seem imminent in Pakistan now. Colonel Sodhi, how do you see this? Has he struck some sort of a deal with the military and that is why this is happening? Your thoughts on that?
An honor to be on NewsX once again. Imran Khan as a cricketer was very famous for his reverse swing balls, and that is what gained him a lot of international charisma, and he became a heartthrob of many countries across the world. Well, what today Imran Khan has done is nothing less than a reverse swinger which he's done. It has foxed the army, it has foxed all the defense analysts, because no one thought that Imran Khan would pull out such a rabbit from the hat. The biggest thing he's done, which no Pakistani Prime Minister has ever done before, he has taken on the Pakistani army head on. Now, whether this proves to be a great move in Pakistani politics, or he meets a fate which, we all can speculate, that only time will tell. But the fact remains that Imran Khan has done what no Pakistani Prime Minister has done till date. And as far as, his staying now in the 90 days as a caretaker Prime Minister is concerned before the election, fresh election take place, well, like Major Ali rightly brought out, it all depends on how the Pakistani Supreme Court gives a ruling. If it does, he continues. If not, then, he'll have to face the no confidence motion again. But the fact remains that he has done a great thing for Pakistan. And if it happens, if he is successful fully, then I'm sure it will be a watershed moment in the politics of Pakistan. Till now, the politics of Pakistan has been on an anti-India rhetoric. They have had a feeling of hatred towards us. I am sure if Imran Khan is successful in this venture that he's tried, things will change in Pakistan.
All right.
In the history of independent Pakistan from 1947 till date, like Colonel Sodhi and two outstanding officers, Major Ali of the Indian Army, they have very beautifully covered. The fact remains that why is it important and what is going to happen, how is it going to pan out is something which is very, very unpredictable.
Major Shah, also what we need to understand is that he is bracing for a huge legal battle now because a lot of people are calling this move unconstitutional and unlawful. All eyes on the Supreme Court now, Major Shah. What do you expect? Any predictions as to what is going to happen? Because we haven't seen such a legal battle play out in Pakistan before, especially when it comes to the prime ministerial tenure.
What Imran Khan has done, he has left no stone unturned to save his chair, and he did it till the last moment. Like if you remember, Gauri, just 2 days back, he was to address the nation, and he cancelled the address last minute. He did not address, so he addressed them yesterday, fine. And now when the no trust motion was to be, he held a dinner yesterday, where he tried doing a political diplomacy, and he said he caused it that time itself. In an assembly of 200 seats, 242 seats were there in the assembly before it got dissolved. So obviously, the half of 242 would be 171, the 50%. So obviously, to cross that 50% mark, to get the majority, he would need 172 votes. But now the opposition also had 177, Shahbaz Sharif had 177. It was said that Imran Khan has got 164 seats. So now, today it was being said that no, there has been a lot of horse trading and such things, and now the opposition was crossing the 199 mark. So yes, Imran Khan was worried about that, and he beat it to the end, and that's why he said, I think last ball, last wicket. So now he turned the tables around completely, and now the opposition is saying it amounts to treason. So they will initiate action against him. But let me tell you one thing, when no one could not do anything on General Pervez Musharraf, he went off abroad. Again, Nawaz Sharif, nothing, they were left totally untouched. But yes, there have been cases where there have been assassination plots, and there have been assassination. Look at the assassination of the former president of Pakistan, General Zia-ul-Haq, in the air crash. He was going with an American delegation, and it was there put the explosives along with the mangoes in that. The famous case of the exploding mangoes, and he was assassinated there. So this has happened. When Bhutto was assassinated, in fact, General Pervez Musharraf, his backup played a very important part in that assassination as well. So unless and until other way of removing Imran Khan from power is, the military would have to, unfortunately I would say, because assassination is never a good thing, whoever it can happen, violence is never a good thing. They can use force. But now when the opposition is saying they make use of the section, the Article 6, which was actually brought into power to curb the military aggression, where martial law also could have been imposed because of an emergency. But when they would not be able to actually do anything much to him. I am saying this on a very, very balanced note. Imran Khan would ultimately, now we were all expecting him to go out of power, but for the next 90 days he would be there unless and until it's shut down by the Supreme Court. After 90 days there would be fresh elections there, Gauri.
Right. Colonel Sodhi, but the big question now also is, what does this mean for India? The developments going on in Pakistan, any implications you see for India, and especially Pakistan-occupied Kashmir?
Well, Sudhakar, he has rightly brought out, which the media is not talking at large, is the anarchy which can be created in Pakistan. Because Imran Khan has challenged the authority of the Pakistani Chief Army Staff, an act no one has ever done before on the Pakistani soil. To support the support of the opposition leaders who ganged up against Imran Khan. So this is all leading to a situation which we hopefully hope it doesn't happen. But in case it does, and the chances are pretty bright, it can be a catastrophe. And if Pakistan is unstable, it will create problems in India, because we have been hearing since long, as kids also, that one should always have good relations with the neighbors, because neighbors are the first ones who come to help you. Well, Pakistan has never been a good neighbor to us, definitely. They've always tried to, create trouble in our country, and history has proved it since 1947. But the fact remains that this kind of turmoil, which Pakistan has never seen before, can be very, very dangerous for them. It can be, problematic for us. So now the entire eyes are on Pakistan, how the Pakistani military plays up, because it is for the first time that the Pakistani military has got a bloody nose because of a Pakistani Prime Minister. I am sure they will not take it lying down, and things are likely to go in a very different direction in the days to come.
Right. I thank all our guests for joining us on the broadcast. There were some very pertinent points made.